Hey, in this video today, we are going to walk through the top, not neighborhoods of Bend, Oregon, but the top sections. Because while we do have neighborhoods, Bend is separated into four squares: northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest. We're going to talk about some of the things to do in each area, show you some houses, some price points. You'll get a general vibe of all of the areas of Bend, not just the neighborhoods. So, this is not the top neighborhoods, but the top areas of Bend, Oregon, and we're going to get it after that right now. All right, so first on our trip is Northeast Bend. What's Northeast Bend about? Well, Northeast Bend is, the working man's territory. The houses are somewhat more affordable until you get on the outskirts where you have some big pieces of property and ranches, and then they can be very expensive as well. Northeast has a lot of bed parks, and it's just a very cool place. So check this out as we give you a general tour of Northeast Bend.
One of the coolest phenomenon that's happening in Bend right now is these food carts, and they're popping up literally everywhere. So one of the most popular ones around here is called On Tap. Several little food pods, from steak to pizza to sandwiches. Himalayan bites, some good curb barbecue, and then what food cart could be complete without an amazing taco shop? They also have live music, place to play for the kids, and they have a full on-tap brew section too with kombucha and a bunch of local beers. So if you're in Bend, you gotta definitely check out. All right, so we're here at another food cart here in Northeast Bend. This is in Midtown, which is also Northeast Bend, but it's called the Midtown Yacht Club, and let's go take a look around it. So just like On Tap, it has a brewery inside of it. Not a brewery, but a brew pub with beers and kombucha and all that sort of thing. Doesn't really have the play area like On Tap does, but it does have a bunch of very, very cool food vendors. Got another barrio just like On Tap. Then you got the alley dogs, which is for hot dogs. Vegan comfort food. Tater tots, that's my favorite place right there. They have the most amazing tater tots. Got some Israeli street food, some pizza, and then a sushi cart too. So, one of the other cool things to do, On Tap and Midtown Yacht Club.
Hey, by the way, my name's Joshua Grossman. I'm the leader of the Lifestyle and Bend team with the eXp Realty. We get calls, texts, emails, and Zoom requests every day from people just like you looking to make their move to Bend, Oregon, and we absolutely love it. So, hey, here's my question. Why don't you reach out directly? You're watching this video, you're learning about Bend. We love to get this information out to people. In fact, that's the thing we love doing more than making videos is showing you and your friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, anybody that wants to move to Bend, showing you what Bend is all about and what is the lifestyle in Bend and what is that out. So all the information in the comments below. Go ahead and reach out, give us a call, send us an email, send us a text message, sign up for a free Zoom consultation, and we'll go to work on making your move to Bend as smooth as possible.
All right, here we are at the Rock Ridge Park in the Boyd Acres neighborhood in Northeast Bend. It's kind of a little bit different park. It's got play structures and stuff like that like a normal park would, but they're not like swings, carousels, stuff like that. So let's walk around, take a look at this kind of unique park. Got a big open space, great place to have birthday parties, stuff of that nature. But the coolest thing about this park is it is super, super close to the middle school, so you can bring the kids here after sports and stuff like that. The big open area right there to play frisbee, whatever you have. But right off there in the background, that is the play structure. So it's got a bunch of logs that have been planted on the ground, and you can just roam around on those. So, one of the things, it's called a nature play area. So Bend is very big on just different types of play areas, different types of structures. They're not always traditional, but there's definitely a ton of things to do. We'll swing around, give you a good picture of that. So just one of the parks here in Northeast Bend, and like I said, fabulous place to live, and you can get your share of nature without leaving your house too far behind. All right, so there's only one hospital in Central Oregon, and that's St. Charles Health System, and the main campus, which is a level 2 trauma center, sits right in Northeast Bend. So we have most of the services you would need. We also have 2 helicopters that service the area in case you need to get to one of the bigger hospitals in Portland. So Bend is pretty well set up on all of the medical facilities, and we attract a huge amount of good doctors and things of that nature just because of the lifestyle that's here. So one of the things that is really cool about Bend is we have the main hospital and the only hospital system in the area. All right, here we are at our first house in Northeast Bend. It was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, 1,134 square feet, and it sold for $400,000. We are in the Mountain View area, and these houses in this range from, you know, $400,000 like this one, all the way up to, you know, $1.5, $2 million, depending on where you're at in the outskirts. So this is a cool little area. This is one of the older parts of Mountain View. Yeah, as you can see, it's pretty well kept, but this is definitely one of the affordable places that you can look for in and around the Northeast area. We'll swing around, give you a full area until we'll move on to our next house. All right, here we are inside of Petrosa. We're gonna walk around and check a couple of these houses out and look at the neighborhood a little bit, highlight one specific house. This will be in the $1 million range. So it's really a great little area for sure. House right behind us, 3 beds, 3 baths, a little bit over 2,500 square feet, sold for just a tad over $1 million. It does have a little bit bigger lot, which is uncommon in these subdivisions, but you know, that's what you can expect to spend for that size house. Newer construction in and around the new Petrosa area, Northeast Bend. Prices are just going to keep going up. That's what's on the schedule.
All right, next up on the list, and it's Southeast Bend. What's Southeast Bend? Well, you've probably heard of the Old Farm District or Larkspur, you know, because Southeast Bend is comprised mainly of places that used to be old farms. So let's go take this tour of Southeast Bend and see what you can expect in and around this area.
All right, here we are at the High Desert Museum in Bend, Oregon. This is on the edge of Southeast Bend, but it's still in Southeast Bend and is one of the coolest places that you ever could imagine. So what's the High Desert Museum? Well, it's a desert museum that shows all the history in and around this area. There is live animals and raptors, and they have some otters. The otters are called, by my son, his otter brothers. You know, they have, it's set in the woods. So as you can see, as we kind of spin around, you know, it's out here. So it's very rural, but it's a great museum, and it's definitely someplace that you should check out if you are making a trip to Bend. And if you're planning to move here, this is going to be one of your favorite spots, especially if you have kids. I'm not going to spoil it for you and show you everything because you got to experience this for yourself. They have different shows, different things going on. In fact, there's a free day coming up in a couple days. So, you know, it's small town, hometown living, and this is really what Bend is all about. So we hope to see you in Bend, and if we do see you here, then you've got to check out the High Desert Museum. All right, one of the other cool things to do in Southeast Bend is the Bend Elks Vince Guinness Stadium. It has 3,500 people seating capacity. We have our own baseball team called the Bend Elks, and it's situated near a 17,000 square foot training facility called the Field House. So, you know, this is one of the coolest things to do in Southeast Bend. We have our own baseball team, and the games in the spring and summer are absolutely awesome. So if you're coming to Bend, you got to check out a game at Vince Guinness Stadium and watch the Bend Elks win one for the home team. So as I mentioned in other videos, Bend is absolutely chock full of parks. This is a cool one in Southeast Bend called Alpenglow Park. And as you can see behind me, it's got a bouldering area. What's bouldering? Well, it's rock climbing, and it's free to use. You get people here coming here to train to rock climb at Smith Rocks. You get kids coming here to play. This is one of my son's absolute favorite places to be. So, you know, one of the cool things about this park is the bouldering area, but it's also got a splash pad, it's got swings, it's got music instruments. It just has a little bit of everything to do. So if you're in Bend, you've got to check out Alpenglow Park. Bring kids here. If you're moving here, this is a great place to bring the family and let everybody have some fun.
So you're thinking about moving to Bend, Oregon? You just watched this video. You're watching the section about Northeast, about Southeast, Southwest, Northwest. You're like, hey, How about a free offer? How about we give you an absolutely free relocation guide? All the information is linked right below in the comments. All you got to do is click on that, and we'll send you out a relocation guide that's chock full of the best information. Hospitals and places to work and things to do and food and all the things that make Bend cool, as well as you can always give us a call and give you that first-hand experience of what it's like to live in Bend, Oregon. So grab the relocation guide. All the information is right below in the comments.
All right, here we are in Centennial Glen. This is in Southeast Bend in the old farm district. It's a area that was built around 2005. It's pretty close in to most everything Bend has to offer. There's some rentals in the area if you're looking for an investment property, also some single family residences. So it's a good mix. And like I said, it is in the old farm district, so it's a pretty desirable area. This just kind of gives you an idea of what's available here. We're gonna spin around here real quick and look at this little house. So this one right behind us, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,306 square feet, built in 2005, sold for $460,000 in 2 days. So that is what you can expect if you're looking for something in the mid-4s in and around Bend, Oregon, in Southeast Bend, in the old farm district, or anywhere actually in Southeast Bend. This is one of the most affordable parts of the area. So let's go see what's next. Southeast Bend, maybe you don't want to live in a subdivision. Maybe you want a little bit of room. Well, Southeast Bend definitely has that. We're in a little area called King's Forest right now. You know, they're half-acre and 1-acre lots. They were built, you know, in the 70s and 80s, and you know, it's a pretty cool area. You get a lot more mature pine trees over here. So this little house behind us, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2,600 square feet, on about half an acre, and it sold for $802,000. So, you know, Southeast Bend is full of a lot of different types of things. You have big lots, small lots, subdivisions, older, more established neighborhoods with bigger lots and that sort of thing. So it's definitely a cool area to come and check out if you are into Southeast Bend and you want a little bit more mature, you want some bigger pine trees, and you want some acreage. So that is one shot of Southeast Bend.
All right, up next, what everybody's waiting for, Northwest Bend, River West, Northwest Crossing. These are some of the coolest places in Bend, but Northwest has so many more great areas. It's where the river's at, it's where Old Bend is at. You know, the river flows right through, Drake Park. So many cool things to do in Northwest Bend. Let's check it out and see what it's all about.
Are you looking for a cool place to eat? Well, look no further. Heart of Northwest Bend's food cart called The Lot, and The Lot is absolutely awesome. Let's go in and kind of take a look what we got. Right behind here we have a la carte, so it's like Mexican food, carne asada fries. Those are absolutely amazing if you want to have those. You want a little cheat meal, that's where to get it right there. You've got Bend Burgers and Dogs, also absolutely amazing hamburgers. Got a sushi bar right here. Yep, portable sushi bar. And as you go inside, you've got a full brew pub with kombucha and beer and everything right on tap. So, you know, The Lot is absolutely a cool place to go. It's heated, it's got fire, it's got heated in the tables, and it is a great place to hang out for lunch. All right, so we're here at Sawyer Park in Northwest Bend. This park is actually not super common. A lot of people don't even know it exists, but it's an absolutely cool park. It's not in the northwest part of Bend that most people think, River West or Northwest Crossing. It's actually off of O.B. Riley. The first thing you can do at Sawyer Park is you can get into the river. In the summertime, you can absolutely get in the river here. There's lots of spots that you can get to. You can come fishing. You can fish right here in the park. People do it, and I've done it a lot of times. So we'll swing around and give you a little shot of the river. So there you see off in the distance, that's the river here at Sawyer Park. It's pretty cool. So, you know, pristine landscape here in Bend. Lots of places you can get out and do this. Lots of places you can absolutely enjoy nature. That's just one thing to do at Sawyer Park. Let's see what's next. All right, the other thing you can do at Sawyer Park is you can hike on the Deschutes River Trail. And if you're not sure what the Deschutes River Trail is, it's a trail that runs across the Deschutes, up way past the Old Mill District, all the way down to almost Umlo. So it's a very, very cool spot, and you can get very scenic, very rural. You can run on it, you can bike on it, you can do a ton of things. So if you're in Bend, you got to make sure you check out Sawyer Park, come check out the river, and take a hike on the Deschutes River Trail. All right, here we are at Discovery Park, which is a park in Northwest Crossing. And it's a cool little park. It's got a man-made pond, as you can see right over there. It's got a walking trail, running trail. It has its own gardening area. And you know, it's just a super, super, super cool place. All right, here we are on our first stop, first house in Northwest Bend. This guy right behind us is on Northwest Hartford. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, slightly under 1,000 square feet, built in 1919, sold for $585,000. This is absolutely a fixer, but you know, that's what people will pay for a house down here. That house will be turned in to something just like we see across the street, right over there. So that's what a lot of this area is coming to, is these little houses are being bought and they're being fixed up and turned into some really, really cool places. So Northwest Bend in River West, there you go. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, under 1,000 square feet, just under 600 grand, and you're gonna have to put a lot of money into it. But people will do that because they want the vibe of Northwest Bend. It's absolutely a cool place to live. No trip to Northwest Bend is complete without looking at some of the big houses on the hill. So up here in Aubrey Butte, this house right here, it's almost 4,000 square feet, sold for just under $2 million. But you know, that's what you can expect up here in Aubrey Butte. And look at that view off in the background. It's absolutely amazing. Would you pay $2 million to live here? Some people do, some people want to. Maybe that's you. If you do, get a hold of us.
Last but not least, Southwest Bend. Southwest Bend is somewhat similar to Northwest Bend. It's a little bit more expensive. It's by the river. It's close to the Old Mill District. And man, there's a ton of cool stuff to do in Southwest Bend. Some great homes, great prices. Just check this out, and here's the vibe of Southwest Bend.
So we're here at McKay Park in Southwest Bend, and it is the home of one of the coolest features in possibly all of Bend, and it's the Bend Whitewater Park. So what's a whitewater park, you ask? Well, it's a surf park built in the Deschutes River. The community actually got together with the help of the city, and we built this for all the residents and the people that just love the general vibe of Bend, and surfing is the general vibe of Bend. So let's go ahead and take a look at the river and what you can do in the Whitewater Park. So as you can see off here in the distance, there is the Deschutes River. And in the summer, this is absolutely packed with people surfing, lining up, as well as people come here and raft. And this park is just generally packed with people enjoying of what Bend has to offer. But if you're in Southwest Bend, you absolutely got to check out McKay Park and the Whitewater area in Bend, Oregon. No trip to Bend is complete without a trip to the Old Mill District. As you can see behind me, there's the old mill stacks. This town was made from an old mill town. They floated logs down the river, and you know, those stacks are reminiscent of that particular day. So if you're coming to see a blockbuster movie in Bend, well, you got one choice, and it's right behind us, Regal Cinemas, but it's a cool theater. You know, Cinema 16, they got 16 theaters inside there. They play all the big movies, got IMAX and all that kind of stuff. So if you're moving here, this is a place where you get to see movies. If you're coming here, you check out a new movie on the big screen at Regal's 16 Cinema in the Old Mill District. All right, we're here in a little area called Cascade View Estates. It's here in Southwest Bend. This is an area of smaller, more affordable houses in the ranges of, you know, mid-4s on up. In fact, this house right here in the background, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,235 square feet, built in 2005, sold for around $422. And so that is what you can expect in and around Southwest Bend in that realm. This is a great neighborhood for investment, obviously. It's a great neighborhood if you're looking for your first starter house or just need someone in that lower price range. We're here at the last stop on our house tour, and we're in a subdivision called Wood River Village. Wood River Village is very unique because it used to be a subdivision of all just single level houses, actually a lot of trailers, stuff like that. And slowly but surely, that land got bought up. And you know, you can see a house behind us. That's a brand new house. There's one off in the distance. The house we're actually going to look at is this one right behind us. That guy right there is almost 5,000 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. It was almost $2 million when it sold. It was built in 2022. So Southwest Bend is a place of, you know, a lot of different types of houses, and Bend in general has a lot of infill, meaning older houses are being torn down and replaced with big, beautiful places just like that. So if you're interested in moving to Bend and you like diversity and culture and all the things we have to offer, and a wide mix of different houses from very affordable to super, super awesome and expensive, Southwest Bend definitely should be on your pick.
All right, there you go, guys. We just gave you a full view of all of Bend. Northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. Cool spots in the area, some general vibe, things to do, what the weather's like, closest attractions are. Like, we just gave you a lot of information. So we absolutely appreciate you watching the video. You know what you can do to help us out more than anything else is smash that subscribe button, tap that bell for notifications, and let us, my partner Theron and I, keep you guys up to date on all the current happenings in and around Bend, Oregon. You know, we absolutely hope we get a call from you, but if we don't, we hope we see you around town soon so we can show you firsthand what the lifestyle in Bend is all about. We'll talk to you soon.